Good morning, fellas! Welcome to Slouch Worlds. My name is Alex, and today we have the next Warhammer Age of Sigmar miniature in our hands. And this time we are talking about the Lord of Blocks from the maggotkin of nurgle. Yeah, a really bad one. And as you know, talk is cheap, so let's get right into it.
Stench in the air, mold in the marrow, carved through the world, edge sharp as a sparrow. Great blade swings, death crescendo, plague on the tip, spread wide like a shadow. Skin peels, the faithful kneel, the rock reveals what the flesh conceals. Drip, drip, black at your pores, sick him sung through infected spores. Lord of Blight, Lord of Blight, cut through the dark. Lord of Blade, rise, ignite, swing the blade, end the fight. Yeah, still slick with the ooze of ruin. Swarms buzz close, the end's pursuing. Great blade whispers, speaks unholy. Rust and rot, the hymn grows slowly. Crows in the fog, skies burn red. All things bow to the plague-born dread. March of the flies, crown of decay, sovereign of sickness, the old world's prey. Shattered lands, the ground won't stay. Follow the blade where the shadows lay. Lord of Blade, Lord of Blight, cut through the dark, spread the night. Lord of Blade, rise, ignite, swing the blade.
Yeah, and by the way, if you like my stuff and want to stay up to date in the future, it would be really nice if you hit the subscribe button down below. Big thanks for your support, ladies. And now, let's move on.
Rod drips from their hands, green tide floods the land. A dozen paces out, that's already planned. Flies buzz, symphonies of dirge in the sand. Maggots in the mind, can't make a stand. Teeth crack, gums black, whispers from the muck. Every breath a gamble, dice loaded with disgust. Skin peels like bark, under the rust. Lord of plagues rides, ashes to dust. Smell it creeping, rancid and slow. Sickness in the wind, where the spores blow. Lord of plagues, shout it, filth reigns, blood stains. Lord of plagues, shout it, bow down, rot's crown. Sewer god sermon spoken through the bile. Worship with the worms, praying in the pile. Each step spreads blight, cracks the earth smile. Doom on a leash, dragging it for miles. Veins turn swamp, eyes weep slime. Clock ticks backwards, rot rewinds. Time a breath away from death, that's his prime. Nurgle's him sung in plague slick rhyme. Smell it creeping, rancid and slow. Sickness in the wind, where the spores blow. Lord of plagues, shout it, filth reigns, blood stains. Lord of plagues, shout it, bow down, rot's crown. Lord of plagues, shout it, filth reigns, blood stains. Lord of plagues, shout it, bow down, rot's crown. Down, whining, why in jade? Iron, oid, in. Rod. Rot in the gut, breath smells of rust. Plague father's kiss, my veins combust. Skin like a roadmap, boils and crust. Decays my temple in filth I trust.